You have got to be kidding me. On the eve of the most important game of the season so far, we have a big Victor Wembanyama injury update, and it reveals a lot about the upcoming schedule for the San Antonio Spurs. But despite that, we still have Stephon Castle back and Dylan Harper. They both put on great performances versus New Orleans, as Mitch Johnson is going to have to make some tough decisions when it comes to the Spurs rotations, not just for this important game versus the Lakers, but for many games moving forward. And we're here to break it all down, the big update on Victor Wembanyama, what the rest of the team injury outlook is, and so much more, including a pretty devastating update from the Lakers side of that as well. So all that coming up on this episode. And look, we're just going to start here. No business monkeying around. We'll get straight into the Spurs injury report, as it is now official. You can see right here, the Spurs make it official. This is from Matt Guzman on Twitter. Victor Wembanyama is out for the NBA Cup quarter final. Team, as it said in the past, placed no special emphasis on the stakes game regarding his ramp up. And you know what? I understand. I understand not wanting to put special emphasis here. We just want to make sure Wemby's healthy. And that's how the Spurs are taking it. And I am definitely cool with that. But I can't help but say, I'm really, really frustrated by this. I wanted to see him play against the Lakers, but the San Antonio Spurs at the same time have done great. We're 8-3 without Wembanyama. Yes, it has been a little bit tough. There's been some interesting stuff going on. A weirdly close game with the New Orleans Pelicans. But, that third quarter play is just not it right now. And having Wemby there for those third quarters could be absolutely massive. I mean, again, we look at his stats this season. 97th percentile in points. 100th, ranked number 1 in rebounds per game. He's 86th percentile in even assists at 4 assists a game. He's doing so many great things, and the only real knock on his game right now, the fouls, the turnovers, and yeah, the 3-point field goal percentage is not great, as he's only in the 49th percentile there. But overall, Wemby has been very efficient this year. 3.6 blocks per game, also leads the league. He's leading the league in rebounds and blocks, 15th in points per game. There's obviously no doubt that we're missing him, and it sucks to hear that he's going to be out. And again, it's not just him. We're going to have a look at the rest of the Spurs injury report here, as Harrison Ingram, whatever, David Jones-Garcia, 2-way, Minix, 2-way, Jordan McLaughlin's questionable, but the big thing here, again, is Wemby. So, facing this Lakers team, this game that we were anticipating for ages, we had it marked on the calendar. Let's bring up the schedule. Why not? We had it marked on the calendar, right? We were ready for Wemby to come back for this game. When we looked at the timeline, we're like, this is right near the end of it. So we were kind of hoping that that he could be ready for that. And again, look, we've lost a game to Minnesota. We lost that game to Cleveland. But upcoming now, after this Lakers game, again, we got the Wizards, Hawks, Wizards, Thunder. At least after this Lakers game, if we don't continue to go in the NBA Cup, we have some easier opponents to help ease Wemby back in. But we had this NBA Cup game lined up on the schedule, just waiting, right? And look, the remaining strength of schedule this year, you can see on the left, 4th toughest schedule in the NBA from here on out. And we have been incredible against teams below 500 this year. We are 10-0 against teams below 500, but only 6-7 against... that comes up in every video, doesn't it? It absolutely does. Only 6-7 against teams above 500. So that's something that we can absolutely improve upon. But we're eking out these close wins, right? Close against the Grizzlies, close against the Magic. And a lot of it is thanks to guys like Stephon Castle, guys like Dylan Harper, who have done really well. Dylan Harper, again, this season, we're looking at this upcoming game against the Lakers. He's averaging 13.5 points per game this year. He has done some incredible stuff against the New Orleans Pelicans, that 20-plus point performance where he looked like one of our biggest star players. And look, still getting Stephon Castle back. Let me bring up his stats too. He has been incredible. So to have so many of our guys really lock in at the right time is going to help us have a chance against Los Angeles. But there's a big caveat to that too, because the Lakers, take a look at this. The Lakers are perhaps their cleanest injury report of the season heading into the NBA Cup quarterfinal on NBA on Prime against visiting San Antonio. And the actual injury report there from Mark Stein, it indicates that the only thing that's wrong with them is that Maxi Kleber is questionable, and that's it. So the Spurs are really going to have to try and find a way to win this again without Wemby. Now, where does that come from? What do you do then to make that work? Well, one guy that's going to help out a ton is Luke Kornet. And again, we missed him in that game against the Cavs, and it was so obvious, right? And when we look at his stats this year, playing 25 minutes, 7.5 points per game, solid from the free throw line, solid from the field. But the thing is, when he plays with Stephon Castle, it just feels like overall this season, his game elevates, right? He's in the 87th percentile for rebounds, and you look at the efficiency, he's right up there in the 90th percentile for both. And in the 97th percentile for blocks. He's ranked 15th in blocks per game, and Wemby's ranked number 1. Now, while Cornet does get some fouls, there's some maybe caveats to his game. He's efficient, and he does his job being a rim protector. So, especially with the rest of the bench, like, really not that amazing from the center position in terms of, again, trying to replace Wembanyama. Again, you look at Kelly Olynyk's stats, there's a lot of yellow and red here. The only things that are good for him, really, field goal percentage and true shooting percentage are very solid. Relative to centers, it's expected. 35% from 3 is really not bad for what he brings, but he's only playing 11 minutes a night. And while he did have a nice outing last game, like, there's not much you can expect from him. So the Spurs big man rotation is something that we're really going to have to address going forward if we expect Wemby to ever miss more time, right? And for now, I'm hoping it is just this one game. And if we head back to the schedule again, there's a lot of stuff left to come after this NBA Cup. However it goes, like, we can still get a big win against the Lakers, and I think De'Aaron Fox can play a big role in that. But after this NBA Cup, yeah, we have a crazy back-to-back against the Thunder there on December 23rd and 25th. So Wemby will be back for those. He's ramping up, and he should be back. But Wizards, Hawks, Wizards is going to be a nice little way to ease our guys back into it, because right now the Spurs really want to win as many games as they can. Shocker, I know. Oh my gosh, well, the most obvious statement in the history of the universe, but the Western Conference is really stacked right now, and like, the Lakers are ahead of us, right? You can see they're in 3rd place. They're 17-6. The West is an absolute bloodbath now. So San Antonio, like, even without Wemby, the fact that we're 8-3 is good, but every game, like, we need to be on the lookout for something big. The Thunder, again, 15-game winning streak. They are the best team, one of the best teams in history right now. But if we could get a big win against this Lakers team in this upcoming game, that would do so much, not only for the confidence of our boys on the Spurs, like Castle, like even Cornet, right? Like Harper even. It would just do a world for the standings, give us some peace of mind, and show that, hey, despite our sub 500 record against teams above 500, we can still take care of business. So it's going to be a very important game, and I think a lot of it comes down to De'Aaron Fox, because De'Aaron Fox there's no picture for him. There's some bugs still working out with his new graphic stuff, but De'Aaron Fox has been our best player since Wemby's gone out, and there's absolutely no doubt about that. And, when we take a look at this, again, 95th percentile in points, 96th percentile in assists of all players in the NBA. Of course, that's not by position, that's just total, whatever. Still though, 24 points per game, 6.5 assists per game, 61% true shooting is actually really, really solid. Like, he's doing a lot of great things. Yeah, the turnovers are maybe not great, but season snapshot there, you can see 24, 4, and 6.5, great efficiency, 38% from 3. It's Fox, it's Castle, and it's Harper that are all going to work together to try and get this game from the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a very important game. But I can't help but be, like, a little worried. So, look, I'm curious what you guys think. Are you worried about Wemby's injury? Yes or no? Type Y for yes, type N for no. And I'm going to respond to a lot of your comments about Wemby's injury. Look, I'm not worried. I think we'd have to go a long way to say I'm worried. In fact, I would arguably say that I am less worried, knowing that the San Antonio Spurs are taking every single precaution. As we showed here, I got the update here. As we showed, the Spurs are taking every precaution, not putting any special emphasis on a stakes game, like this important game with important stakes in the NBA Cup, just to get Wemby back sooner, right? No, we're taking every precaution. We're going to see what Wemby can do. So let me know your thoughts on Wemby's injury. Are you worried? Are you not? Down below. That'll do it for this episode. But hey, if you enjoyed and if you're looking forward to Wemby getting back into action, hit that subscribe button down below. Hey, still well over half of you haven't hit it. Thank you for tuning in every single day. I'm your host, Josh Gosse, and I'll catch you on the next one.